Hello, Liverpool fans. Welcome to the Liverpool Report, your go-to source for the latest news, match updates, and transfer stories straight from Anfield. Don't miss out on any of the action. Hit that subscribe button now and stay in the loop with all things Reds. Former PGMOL chief Keith Hackett has suggested the Premier League could be tempted to introduce point sanctions for managers' behaviour in the aftermath of Arne Slot's run-in with Michael Oliver. Liverpool manager Slot let Oliver know exactly what he made of the referee's decision to allow James Tarkowski's late leveller in the Merseyside derby in February. The Dutchman was shown a red card after the final whistle at Goodison Park, eventually receiving a 2-match ban which he will complete against Southampton in his team's next league game. "It happened a lot and the emotions got the better of me," Slot said of his behaviour. "If I could do it differently, if I look back at it, I would love to do it differently. I would do it differently next time as well." He isn't the only manager to have a run-in with officials this term. Brighton boss Fabian Hürzeler and Nottingham Forest counterpart Nuno Espirito Santo were both dismissed when the teams met in September, and Hackett has warned more run-ins between managers and referees could prompt new rules. "I would like to see referees at the final whistle moving towards the tunnel rather than standing in the middle looking for handshakes and any complimentary comments," Hackett told Football Insider. "This will, I feel, reduce any tensions that have built up in the game. I hope that the level of fines will receive a more controlled approach by the manager and his assistant. If these fines going forward do not have the desired effect, then we may see points deductions coming into play." The last time they used that sanction for an on-field mass confrontation was in the game between Manchester United v Arsenal in the 1990s, where I was the man in the middle. Arsenal were deducted 2 points after that 1990 meeting, with United handed a 1-point penalty. Despite Hackett's speculation, there has been no indication from the Premier League that points deductions for on-field offences are in the pipeline. Slot wasn't the only one suspended after Liverpool's match at Everton. Midfielder curtisjones served a 1-match ban for a red card, as did Everton's Abdoulaye Doucouré, while Slot's assistant Sipke Hulshoff joined the boss in sitting out the Reds' last league game. Liverpool still won without their manager in the dugout, with John Heitinga taking charge of the 2-0 league win over Newcastle. Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis Mac Allister scored the goals, giving the Merseyside club a mental boost ahead of their Carabao Cup final meeting with the same opponents. Slot's ban is a domestic one, meaning he will return to the dugout for the Champions League before sitting out Saturday's Southampton clash. Paris Saint-Germain are Liverpool's opponents in Europe, with the first leg at the Parc des Princes. Mo Salah isn't the only red-hot striker in contention for the Ballon d'Or, who will play for runaway league leaders at the Parc des Princes on Wednesday. The Egyptian superstar has netted 30 goals this season, including 16 in 14 games since mid-December, to help take Liverpool 11 points clear in the Premier League. But 2018 World Cup winner Ousmane Dembélé has even better recent stats. The pacey Paris Saint-Germain forward has scored 25 goals in this campaign, but has netted a ridiculous 20 in the last 14 games over the same period, including back-to-back hat-tricks. The French champions are 13 points clear at the top of Ligue 1 and scoring more goals this season than with Kylian Mbappé in the last campaign, and Dembélé, who spent 6 unfulfilled years at Barcelona and was overshadowed by Mbappé last season, has emerged as the club's shining new star. "You'd have to ask him what he ate at Christmas," said Enrique last month. "He is a player full of confidence. Back when I played PlayStation as a kid, he was the kind of player you'd choose when you needed someone to change the game. He was already good last season, but in 2025 he is even better." Barcelona paid an initial £96.5 million in a £135 million deal to buy Dembélé from Borussia Dortmund, with a chunk of the £199 million PSG paid for Neymar in 2017. Now he is finally living up to that price tag. Former PSG and Liverpool defender Mamadou Sakho added, "Dembélé is blowing everything up. He has shut a lot of people up. I'm not surprised because he's full of talent. Maybe he's also passed a mental hurdle." And former France midfielder Rio Mavuba claimed he would want Dembélé, 27, in his team before the 32-year-old Salah. Why? because he's taking a step up and he's younger. But even in a coaching sense, I'm still taking Dembélé because he manages to be decisive, even in key moments. The exit of Mbappé last summer following the departures of Lionel Messi and Neymar in 2023 was supposed to bring the end to the superstar culture at PSG. And President Nasser Al-Khelaifi claimed this weekend, "The star of PSG is the team." That might be true culturally, but not mathematically. PSG scored 96 goals in their first 39 games in all competitions last season, with Mbappé netting 37 and Dembélé only 1. In this campaign, they have netted 105, including 21 in the last 4 games. Enrique's side are unbeaten in 23 matches dating back to the November defeat at Bayern Munich. But performances and goals per game have improved since the pressure-relieving Champions League win over Manchester City in January, and Dembélé has insisted it is a team effort. And after scoring his 18th league goal of the season at Lille last weekend, Dembélé said, "Since the start of the season, the coach has been telling us to play good football and everyone is participating. Everyone wants to be decisive. We're in a very good dynamic and we're going to try to keep it up for as long as possible. We're having fun. Everyone is attacking, everyone is defending. We're a very close-knit team. That's how it gets results. It's just fun for 90-95 minutes." Asked to explain his improved form, Dembélé added, "A bit of everything. My positioning, but especially the mentality, the desire to score and be decisive in every match. I have the ball. I believe in it more in front of goal, and it's going in. I'm happy. Liverpool, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a very good match. We're confident. I think they will too. It's going to be a very good show." Tottenham Hotspur forward Mathys Tel overlooked Harry Kane as he named Sadio Mane his top teammate. The French attacker joined Spurs on loan from Bayern Munich in January with an option to buy come the summer for £45 million, having also been on Manchester United and Arsenal's radar. Tel has spent 18 months playing alongside Kane, who has shattered goal-scoring records since leaving Spurs for the Bundesliga. However, his year working with Mane left a more significant mark on Tel, who played alongside Manchester City's Jeremy Doku and PSG's Desire Doué at Rennes earlier in his career. Asked by TNT Sports who is the best player he has ever played with, the 19-year-old said, "There are a lot of players, but Sadio Mane. He worked hard every day, before, after the game. He's an example for me." Tel formed that opinion despite Mane's fractious year with Bayern after his move from Liverpool in 2022. The Senegalese star endured a tough season, which saw him suffer an injury that ruled him out of the 2022 World Cup. He was also fined and suspended by Bayern after a training ground bust-up with teammate Leroy Sane, formerly of City. In the summer of 2023, Mane, now 32, left Bayern for Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr for around £24 million. But his struggles in recent years take nothing away from Mane's legacy at Liverpool, where he won the Premier League, the Champions League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the FIFA Club World Cup, and the UEFA Super Cup, while also bagging 120 goals during his 6 seasons at Anfield. Tel, meanwhile, still holds Kane in high esteem, though, and revealed what the Spurs legend told him about the club ahead of his January move from Munich to North London. The 19-year-old said, Kane told me you will enjoy it. The training ground is very, very good. He said, if you need anything, just call and I can help you. Kane's arrival and subsequent form starved Tel of first-team chances at Bayern, ultimately leading to his departure, which could become permanent in the summer. Tel has scored just once for Spurs so far, in a 2-1 FA Cup defeat at Aston Villa. He could find himself rested soon, with Dominic Solanke on the verge of returning to action after 6 weeks out with a knee problem. Ange Postecoglou said following the recent defeat to Manchester City, Mathys is working really hard, but we're asking him to do a massive job for us at this level. And he's probably one that does need a rest because he's come in and played every game. It'll be good to get Dom back in there. When he was playing for us, he was hard to stop. and you can see the benefit of them having Erling Haaland in their side, so hopefully Dom's not too far away. Spurs, who sit down in 13th in the Premier League table, face AZ Alkmaar away in their Europa League round of 16 first leg on Thursday, as they bid to salvage some silverware following a troubled season up to now. Up next in the Premier League is a visit from high-flying Bournemouth on Sunday.